Hi, my name is Nur Hafizati and my partner is Usha Nantini. We will explain about our topic regarding perception. What is perception actually? Perception is experience resulting from stimulation of sense. There are some basic concepts in perception, which is perception can change based on additional information. Then perception also involves a process similar to reasoning and problem solving. And the last concept is perception occurs in conjunction with action. We have chosen two movies that related to the perception. The first one is The Mist.
Whoa! Mom, Dad, you gotta come see! The boathouse is all bashed. You just gotta... Come on! Whoa!
Having spoken, the doomsayer departs.
Come on!
Why don't you get Billy dressed? I'll take him into town with me. Hit the store before it gets all bought out.
How'd you folks hold up in the storm?
Big insurance day.
Sorry to hear that.
What's going on? It's death.
Something in the mist! Shut the doors! Shut the doors!
The only way we're going to help ourselves is to seek rescue.
Tie this around your waist.
What for?
Well, let us know you got at least 300 feet.
There's nothing out there. Nothing in the mist.
What if you're wrong?
Then I guess the joke would be on me.
It is time to take sides. Read the good book. It calls for blood.
Guys, I hear something.
Are those bugs?
Not like any I've ever seen.
The entire front of this store is plate glass.
Promise you won't let the monsters get me.
What are you guys messing with up there?
I thought that there were other dimensions. They wanted to try and make a window.
Well, maybe your window turned out to be a door.
Who she's gonna sacrifice to make it all better?
We want the boy.
You try it.
Kill him!
Storyline of this movie started when David, Steve, and their son Billy lived in a small town. One night, a ferocious storm hit the area and damaging their house. The storm is accompanied by a strange mist the following morning. David, Billy, and their neighbor Brent go into town and find themselves trapped in a supermarket with several other people. There, they discover that the mist contains something frightening and intent on killing humans. Okay, back to our topic, perception. They have some approach that need to understand in perception. The first one is direct perception theory. This theory was used bottom-up processing, where perception may start with the sense or incoming raw data or energy registering on receptor. The perception comes from stimuli in the environment. Then parts are identified and put together, and then recognition occurs. The second one is constructive perception theory. In this theory, top-down processing occurs, where perception may start with the brain that involves person knowledge, experience, and expectation. People actively construct perception using information based on expectation. In this movie, there are many examples of direct perception theory and constructive perception theory. One of example for direct perception theory is when there is someone who runs into the supermarket, terrified, shouting and telling everyone that there is something dangerous in the mist. It causes people to be afraid of going outside of the supermarket. This shows that bottom-up processing has happened when perception, which start with incoming raw data from hearing scream, give information that there is something dangerous in the mist. The environment stimulants cause the feeling of fears in them, and they decide to not go out of the supermarket. And next example of constructive perception theory. It occurs when there are some people who commit suicide, like a woman who overdosed herself, two soldiers who hanged themselves, and the end of the movie, David and 3 other people gave up and agreed to end their life using the gun that David was carrying. In this situation, show that top-down processing has occurred because the event that happened has caused them to think that there is no way out of their current predicament, since they have been trapped for days in the mist, in addition to the fears from the horrible death of many people.
Hello everyone, my name is Usha. So today I would like to speak about Maleficent movie.
Well, well. I shall bestow a gift on the child.
Before the sun sets on her 16th birthday, she will fall into a sleep like death.
Curious little beastie. Bring her to me.
I know you're there. Don't be afraid.
I am not afraid.
Then come out.
Then you'll be afraid.
All the other fairies fly. Why don't you?
I had wings once. They were strong, but they were stolen from me. There is evil in this world. Hatred and revenge.
Bring me her head.
I call on those who live in the shadows. Fight with me now!
Is it true? Are you Maleficent? Before I explain in detail about the concept and theory of perception that I learned in the movie of Maleficent, I'd like to tell you a little storyline about Maleficent. Maleficent is actually a beautiful, pure-hearted young woman. Maleficent has an idyllic life growing up in a peaceable forest kingdom until one day when invading army threatened the harmony of the land. Maleficent rises the land's fiercest protector, but ultimately suffers a ruthless betrayal, an act that begins to turn her pure-hearted to stone. Bent on revenge, Maleficent faces a battle with the invading king's successor, and as a result places a curse upon his newborn daughter Aurora. As the child grows, Maleficent realizes that Aurora holds the key to the peace in the kingdom, and perhaps to Maleficent's true happiness as well. What is perception is all about? Relating perception in our daily life could be easier than one might think. The way we view the world or react to it has a different effect on our thoughts and actions. There are 5 types of perception, which include vision, touch, sound, taste, and smell. In the movie of Maleficent, the concept of perception which we found is actually social and cognitive perception. Social perception is something that we refers to the ability to make accurate interpretations and inferences through their general physical appearance and also through verbal and non-verbal communication. And also there are four main components of social perception, which include observation, attribution, integration, and confirmation. Social perception helps to identify the relationship of people when the first time we see it. In the movie of Maleficent, love and relationship is added to make the story more interesting. This can be found when Maleficent fell in love with Stefan, even though he is a human being and she is a fairy tale. In a psychological term, love happens when neurochemicals like dopamine and oxytocin increases in our brain, and where it associates with pleasure and psychological responses like perceived less pain. This happened when Stefan wanted to kill Maleficent but he could not do it, and same goes to Maleficent when she brings Stefan to the top of the tower and she wanted to kill Stefan but she could not do it. This shows true love for each other but a high ego which made them fight against each other. In conclusion, in the movie of Myths and Maleficence, there's two types of perception is included, which is cognitive perception and social perception. In the movie of Myths, it included more on cognitive perceptions, where it divided into two types of theories, which is constructive perception theories and also direct perception theory. Where in Maleficent's movie, it more focuses on social perceptions, where it has added the combination of observation, attributions, and visual and touch. In general, we have learned from these two movies the concepts and also applications of perceptions, how people perceive their characters and how does it react when we see something. And throughout this assignment, we also learned that how does our brain works, and also application of perception in our daily lives. Thank you.